All right, looks like we've got time for one more video analysis today, and that is Davy. So, Davy had sent me some videos. We took a look and kind of replied back and forth. I think he's actually done a video analysis before here on YouTube. So, we were working on grounding his left heel. So, he wasn't doing a good job of grounding his left foot, kind of getting that left heel down on the ground. Said he's doing a better job of it now, but he's having trouble in the middle of the circle, actually turning his right knee, right foot, right hip, kind of turning that right side and closing that right side and pointing it down the middle, which is one of the things that we want to talk about. So let's take a look. Guys, before we get into this, make sure just to check out Instagram. We are doing Throwvember all week long, hashtag Throwvember. If you just go to the Coach Matt Ellis Instagram page, and give us a follow. We are doing a new video every single day for Throwvember. Make sure to check that out. A lot of these things that we talk about in the video analysis are going to be explained during this Throwvember series. So just make sure to go check that out. Also, any coaches who are watching, we are going to be doing a coaches clinic on November 30th here at Primal in Rhode Island. It is a 100% custom clinic. What that means is when you sign up, I send you a questionnaire that you fill out and send back to me. However you fill out that questionnaire, whatever you answer, that is what I'm going to include in the clinic. So you know when you show up, whatever questions you have are going to be answered that day. It's going to be in the PowerPoint, it's going to be in the drills. We are going to take care of exactly what you need so that you get exactly the right tips and exactly the right things to help your team this season. All right? So that's my little spiel. Let's talk about Davy. So Davy, let's take a look at his throws here. You can see that he does a good job getting low. But yeah, in the middle of the circle, it just sort of it looks like a jump and a throw. There's nothing coming out of that right side in the middle. He's just kind of hopping off that right side and just kind of using his body weight to push the ball. There's really not a big block. There's really not a lot of power coming out of that right side. It's just sort of a lackadaisical, kind of a lazy, just stand up and push. So let's take a look here and see what might be going on. We'll kind of go like frame by frame. You can see he does a good job of getting low to the ground. Starts off nice kind of active glide position. He gets back down nice and low. His weight starts to shift back. There goes his weight shifting back. Like it does a great job of shifting his weight back into the circle. Look at how he's shifting his weight back. And then the last part of his foot touching the circle is his right heel. This is a really nice position right here. Really nice position. From here, he takes that right leg, pulls that right leg underneath him. And here's where we start to see the problem. So we need to do a better job here, Davy, of turning your right knee and turning your right foot toward 9 o'clock. So your foot and your knee are kind of pointed back here around like 11 o'clock, if I had to guess. We've got to turn and get that underneath you. We want the knee under the hip and the foot under the knee. Kind of a nice straight line at this point. But because you haven't turned the knee, it kind of looks like a zigzag, like a lightning bolt. Sort of like a less than symbol from math class, okay? We want to see that right knee underneath the right hip. So you've got to turn that right knee. You've got to pull that right knee underneath you. Turn the right knee and turn the right toe toward 9 o'clock. Because watch what happens. If you land in this position, where's all of your weight? If I drew a line straight up, most of your weight, the majority of your body weight is going to be on the other side of that heel. So as soon as your right foot hits, your weight's going to start to shift. You're going to drop that heel. Okay, so now take a look. If I drew a line straight up from your heel all the way up, you're going to have everything, your left shoulder, your upper body, and your entire left side, your legs, your hips, everything is all going to be on the other side. You're falling onto your left. The heel's completely flat. You can see the toe and the knee are not pointed at 9 o'clock. You're falling down. You're falling down. You're falling down. Now you're grounded here at this point, right there. But look at how much of your weight has shifted. All of your weight is now in between your feet. So when you actually go to push, all of your weight is shifted. Look how much it's shifted. The shifting of the weight is actually dragging that right foot forward. See that? So you're not pushing with your right foot. You're dragging that right foot. That's why it doesn't feel like you're getting any power from your foot. There's nothing to push with. You're literally trying to push through air. There's no push, and then at the end, you leave the ground, canceling out any power that you're going to be able to deliver into the ball. So, couple things to work on. Number one, here in the middle of the circle, I want to see the right knee and the right toe pointed over here at 9 o'clock. You can actually draw a line from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock in that circle and try to get your foot to turn so that it's on the other side of that line, but the right knee and the right foot have to be pointed at 9 o'clock, over here at 9 o'clock. Okay, they can't be pointed back here at like 11 o'clock. They've got to be at 9 o'clock. All right? They have to stay on the ball of your right foot. Don't let this right heel drop. And all of your weight has to stay back until you ground. So once you ground, then you can start to open up your left arm. Then you can start to turn the right knee and the right foot down the middle. And then you can start to push through the ball of your right foot. Push into that throw. Keep yourself grounded. Push and get extension over that toe board and use your connection to the ground to produce power, to produce force. Right here, see, there's just not a lot of force. You're leaving the ground, you're jumping and throwing at the end, but that right foot's coming off the ground right here. That right foot's starting to slide. And if that right foot is sliding, that means you're not pushing it down. You're not pushing into the throw. So those are the things that we need to work on the most, okay? Turn the right foot in the middle. Stay up on the ball of your right foot. Stay back as you ground. And then turn that right side and push into your throw. All right, so that's what I got for you today. It all starts with the turning of that right foot and the turning of that right knee in the middle. You've got to turn those toward 9 o'clock before you can turn them down the middle of that throwing sector. Okay, so that's the biggest thing to work on. That's the first thing to work on. Everything else is going to come after that. Keeping your weight back while grounding is awesome, but you need to turn that right foot and that right knee underneath you. Getting good extension out the front is awesome, but if your right foot and your right knee is not turning, then you're not going to be pushing with anything. So you're just kind of shifting and throwing at that point. But it all starts. Turn the right knee, turn the right foot, point them toward 9 o'clock, and then you're going to be in a much better position to throw a heck of a lot farther and produce a lot more force. Make sure, guys, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell icon, and check out the links in the description down below to see our Throwvember Instagram series, and also to check out the Coaches Clinic happening on November 30th here at Primal in Rhode Island.